Welcome back to Storytime with Kayla Jade. I am officially in my new house. This is the first podcast recording in my new house, which I'm so excited about. But I feel so bad because I was putting a log of... Oh my God! Holy shit! Holy shit! Get ready with... Oh my God, you guys. Let's do a pack my bag. I was just about to tell you, okay, I was putting a log of wood on the fire and this... baby huntsman. I'm freaking out. So there was this baby huntsman, right? And a huntsman spider. And by baby, I mean it was like this big. Okay? And I really didn't mean to, but when I grabbed the log, I put it in the fire. I saw it started freaking out on the log. And I was freaking out, and I've had the door open trying to get it out. And I just saw it like flying in there. How is a spider flying? What the I knew my cats were acting freaking weird for a reason. Oh, I can't see it. I can't see it. Oh my God. Oh the fuck? It just crawled out of the fire. It is on the mat. It is on the mat. I am calling the backup. I'm calling the backup. Oh my God. You have one job to do. Do it. Oh my God. I am getting the heck out of here until someone gets rid of this goddamn thing. What the first podcast at the new house. I love this. This is amazing. And it's winter. Like they're meant to be gone. What the heck is going on? And the cats are still freaking out. So I don't know what the hell they're going on about, but I don't like it one bit. Now I feel like I have a creepy crawly in my hair or something. Anyway, I have this weird thing whenever like I see a bug or like a weird bug, like a scary bug, I always get like a sore ear, and I have like this fear. I don't know if it's a phobia, but it's definitely a fear. I've had it since I was little of like a bug crawling into my ear and like laying eggs. Like from when I can remember, I just have this fear of that. My cats are all acting weird. And yeah, I think it stems from, I remember my granddad when I was little, he had a moth in his ear and they had to like get it out with wax. And I think I must have watched that happen because like, I think that's where obviously that stems from, getting paranoid about bugs in my ears. Anyway, now that the excitement's over, let's do a little life update. I'm in my new house. There is furniture and boxes still everywhere because I haven't unpacked anything. And it's the most annoying thing about moving and not knowing where anything is. And I was really good with like labeling all my boxes, everything, because I've learned from previous moves. But now everything's just shoved in the garage and I can't find anything. So it's really stressful, but we are taking it one box at a time. But my bedroom upstairs is just like literally you cannot see the ground because it is just scattered. I was trying to find my microphones today, so I was just like lifting up boxes and throwing on the floor. I was like searching everywhere and I couldn't find them. And then after about an hour, I found my little microphones. Thank goodness for that. But yeah, so I moved here. The removalist came on Monday. And that was a pretty hectic day. It was just all go, moving all day. I kind of embarrassed myself in front of the removalist because I keep all my toys like way the up in the cupboard so no one can reach them, no one can find them. But somehow this mysterious toy got under one of the beds in my spare room. And it was like a long pink with some bunny ears on it. And the removalist, because like they come in, like I packed my boxes. Like I packed like all my, clothes and things like that because I didn't feel comfortable someone packing my stuff. But like they do so they take down the furniture, they take down the beds. And so they were taking down the bed in the spare room and they got it all out. And then I went in there after and I saw it on the floor and I was like, oh my God. There was about 3 men that just saw that lying on the floor right there. So that was a bit awkward. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay, so I moved into my new house, which was I didn't even plan it to be around my birthday, but I guess it's kind of like my birthday present, like happy house. I guess with my birthday, like, I don't know about anyone else, but I don't really celebrate it too much. Like my kids make it super like special for me. And so like it's different now that I have kids, but I never really enjoyed celebrating my birthday. I don't know why. I just feel like, I guess I don't like people making a fuss of me. So I always felt like the pressure to, if it's my birthday, I have to host or like I have to like entertain people, which I just found so stressful. So I never enjoy celebrating my birthday. I do now that I have kids. Like it's nice like celebrating with them because I don't feel the pressure for them. But other than that, I'm like not a huge birthday person. But my friends took me to go see some whales, which is something that I've always wanted to do, like ever since I was a little girl. I love humpback whales. They're just the most beautiful, like curious creatures, and I always wanted the opportunity to swim with them. But like, I guess I just never, it's not something that I would be like, oh, I'm going to go book this in for myself. So my friends were really sweet and they booked me in with them. We all like went out on a boat and like swam with whales. It was crazy. So my friend flew in from Sydney, and so me and my other friend went to pick her up from the airport, but her flight was delayed. So we were like, and it was like a 3-hour drive to this place. It was called like Sunreef, Mooloolaba. That's where they did the swimming with the whales. And we were late, of course, fashionably late. And then we get to Mooloolaba and there's like no parking because it's school holidays and it's just very stressful. So we're like calling the place being like, I'm so sorry, like please don't leave without us. We're trying to find a park. We eventually get a park and run in, like literally sprint in, and we get on our wetsuits, scuba gear, flippers, and then on the boat. I felt like I was getting the death stare, like when you're late for a plane and everyone's just like look at you. Like we were only like 5 minutes later than what we were planning to leave, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, so we went out there and within like half an hour we spotted 2 whales. It was a mum and a baby, and they were swimming like up against the boat and like being super curious. And I didn't know this, but like the mum and baby will always have like a protector. They think it's like a stepdad or something. I don't know. So it was the mum, baby, and then the stepdad came along. And we were following it for about 15 minutes, and then it was go time. We got off the boat, like put our flippers on, snorkel gear, and like got off. And then swam to find them. And it is so exhausting swimming, like, because they'll stay and they'll hang around for a bit and it's really lovely, but then they're like, okay, we're going to move on. So they'll start swimming, and like to swim after a whale, it is so exhausting. And you're in the middle of the ocean. So it's like, it's not flat water, it's wavy, like you're like swimming against like currents in a way. And it's just like you're getting your face splashed with salt water. It's a full-on experience. So yeah, we had about like, we went out probably like, everyone went out probably like 4 times, but I only went 3 times because I got really seasick, and I knew this would happen because I'm such a nauseous person. I don't know why. Even my pregnancies, I was nauseous the whole time. Even during labor, I was vomiting. But I love my pregnancies. Anyway. I'm just a nauseous person. I get car sick. I have to always be the one that's driving, because if I'm not driving, I will get car sick. And so I had a feeling that I was going to get seasick. I was meant to get like sea tablets, but I didn't. So yeah, after the second, third swim, I started getting nauseous. So I took off my gear and I just like laid back and just like relaxed while everyone else went swimming, which was kind of sad, but I was just so happy to get those first few experiences with the whales, which was really fun. Mommy, what are you doing? He's got a stick and he's like attacking it. It's stressing me out after the ordeal that we just had. Oh, that makes me not want to have firewood in my house. Like I was going to fill these 2 bottom cabinets like up the top with firewood. I think that would look cool because I've got like these cabinets completely empty and I don't really know what to put in them. But I was thinking firewood at the bottom would look cool, but now like I'm just thinking of spiders. My birthday was really nice. I spent it with family and it was so funny. One of a brand called Boring Without You, like I knew they were going to send me something because they asked for my address, and with certain brands I will give out my actual address. Like if I really like, you have to be a brand that I really trust for me to give out my actual address. So I knew they were sending me a present, but I didn't know what. And so I had to be home at a certain time, so I made sure I was home. This wasn't on my actual birthday. This was like a couple days after. And I just hear this like, Higgy, Higgy, and there's a bell like ringing, like Higgy, Higgy, like yelling in my driveway. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? I open the door. There is this jester. Like, I don't know if you know what a jester is. It's like, you know those, what are they, clowns? They're not clowns, but they have those like little hats, and I'm pretty sure they had them in like, yeah, really olden times around judges and stuff like that. They were like, they're meant to like keep it light, keep it funny, like make jokes and stuff. So there's this jester outside my house, like ringing this bell, being like, Lady Kayla Jade, come out here. And so I go out and there's this full on jester with these presents. I'm like, what is going on? I'll have to play you some of the clip. It is actually hilarious. But they got me this present. I'll actually go get it. So they gave me the certificate, which means that I apparently now own a plot of land in Scotland, but it's like a square meter, so it's about yay big. But it means that you can officially be a lady. So I can go by Lady Kayla now if I wanted to, which is pretty cool. I found that so funny. I was like, oh my gosh, Boring Without You, you're amazing. I don't know if you can go visit these. I don't know if anyone else has had this, but I would like to go visit my little plot of land in Scotland one day. You guys, I got something really exciting to show you. So I just got sent this fat stack of Honey Birdette, which is my favorite brand. So let's do a try on haul. I remember when I was younger and I had no money and all I wanted to do was buy Honey Birdette. So it actually doesn't feel real that I'm doing a collab with them. My God, I cannot wait to try this on. This is Eleanor. I just love how this fits so perfectly. Sometimes when you get the corsets, they have the little like bumps that go out, but this one just cinches in. And then we're gonna try it on with the Love Lace full length row. Loving the full black, like a little bit of goth. Could you imagine me dressing up like this to a booking? That'd have a field day. Little bit of the back. Let's try the red. I did one of those like color theory tests, and apparently one of my colors is like a warm red. I never wear red though, so I feel like I'm gonna start. I usually go like light blues, like a Lover Baby blue. I feel like blue just makes blue eyes pop even more. I go wrong with red. I feel like it just looks good on everyone. The way this pretty red set is the Rosaline. I just had to show you guys these before I put them on, but these tights have like little bits of glitter in them. I like to try to put the suspenders on the stockings before I put them on, otherwise these nails are just gonna rip holes through them. I have like such a heavy hand, so I'm known to break things easily. This is delicate and I'm not delicate. Oh, we got them on. When I first started buying Honeybee, I was like, how the hell do you get these things on? And now I'm just like an absolute pro. This is Faye. I feel like this one's my favorite. And I matched her with, what is your name, darling? Love Lace in Ivory. I remember the first ever Honey Birdette set I got. I was so proud of it. It was like this beautiful blue set that had like a corset at the front and like little bows on the side, and then the underwear had like a little bow at the back. I'll try and link it. I remember just like cherishing it at the time because I didn't often get like nice things. I love Honey Birdette. Like the quality is just unmatched. It always feels so luxurious in these sets. I think this is my favorite. What do you think? I just love how pretty it is. This is Haley. It's a heavy duty for a reason. I wonder if these are just for show or if I could actually peg someone with it. Only one way to find out. You can find all these sets at honeybydent.com. Bye guys. I was also going to answer some Q&As. Some Q&As for you guys. The cats have been doing this really weird thing like since we've moved into this house. And Zeus keeps sneezing. Like he's making these weird sneezing noises. Blue keeps going like she's dry reaching. She's like, but then she doesn't do a hairball. Mommy's fine, but like I feel like he's gonna be next. It's like it went from Zeus and now Blue's being weird and now it's probably gonna, I don't know if they have like a sickness or something. Hi Zeusy. You know my baby. Come here. You stay around here just in case any bugs come out to bite me. What's one thing that you didn't expect to like so much when you first started in the industry? Honestly, like I didn't like starting in this industry. I didn't think I would make many friends. I just assumed that it would be something that I would just do on my own, and sort of I never expected to make like any friends in this industry, and I've met like my best friends in this industry. People in this industry, a lot of the time, not everyone, but a lot of the time, they are just the most kind-hearted, warm, open people. And I've never had a connection as much as I do with the people in the industry. I just love them so much. And it's really great when you sort of find your people that you connect with, because I felt like I always struggled to get really close with people. I always struggled to open myself up. And with my friends now, I feel like I can just be myself and be as open as I can be and not feel like I'm getting judged. So yeah, it's been nice being able to find my best friends in this industry. What would you be doing if you weren't doing work? God knows. I would probably still be teaching boxing classes and working as a PT, which I hated. So I would probably hate my life. What are 3 main things in helping with social anxiety? Need help, girl. For me, I was especially anxious before I got diagnosed with ADHD. I felt like I always just had, like, because I was in my own head so much with ADHD, because I would constantly get distracted. If I was having a conversation with someone, I wouldn't be focusing on the conversation. Like I would be thinking elsewhere sometimes. So getting diagnosed and getting on the right medication really helped me with my confidence. And like, not that I'm not saying it's going to work for everyone, but for me, it was just a big struggle, not knowing like why I was experiencing these things and why I was struggling so much. So getting diagnosed and getting the right medication for my brain really helped, because I guess a lot of the time, like if I literally felt like I just had a chemical imbalance in my brain, like some days I just could not focus at all. So it was like, you know, giving someone who can't see, giving them glasses, I just felt like this relief of like, oh my gosh, like this is so nice to like feel that my brain is working like it should be. And it's weird now, like I don't know if it's because I've been on the medication for probably about 3 months. Oh wait, no, what am I talking about? Longer than that. Probably about 6 months now. I was about to say that I feel like my memory is getting so much better. Like I've always said, like I've never been able to remember things from my childhood. Never. I would always have my sister be like, oh, remember this time when we were doing this? I would have no idea what she's talking about because I could not remember my childhood memories, and it was so sad to me being like, I have like flashes of them, but I couldn't remember a lot of them. And just recently I was saying to the kids' dad, I was saying, I feel like my memory is improving again. Like I'll just have random flashes of my childhood and I'm like, oh, I haven't thought of these memories in so long. So I feel like the ADHD medication, I'm not an expert, but like I feel like it is helping with my long-term memory as well as my short-term memory. So a big thing for social anxiety, like I still have a lot of social anxiety, especially going to places where I don't know the people. I really struggle. And as well, I think I struggled a lot with telling people what I did for work. That was a big struggle for me. I always never wanted to tell people what I did for work because I was like, I just didn't want to have that conversation, because as soon as you open up that conversation, you get a million questions. Oh, what do your parents think? Do you struggle with judgment? Like all of that. So I would really struggle telling people what I do for work, which was another barrier of, I guess, you're constantly stressing if people are going to ask that question. But now I've sort of come to terms with, wow, it's out there. People know what I do. So I don't think it's a shock to people at all. And I don't think anyone really asks me that question anymore. Well, hardly anyway, because they usually know what I do. And I'm super proud of what I do. So I've come a long way since when I first started in the industry. I was very much like ashamed. But now I'm happy the way I am, and, you know, that's never going to change. So I guess for social anxiety, like for me anyway, it was just really, you know, being okay with who you are and embracing it, embracing your flaws. You know, not trying to be someone that you're not. I have been in this industry for 40 years. How long do you intend to stay in it? I guess, like, I don't feel like I have an expiry date. I don't really plan ahead. I've never planned ahead. So who knows what the future holds? Like, I could stay in it for many years to come, or I could just completely get sick of it and leave immediately. I feel like I'll always be in this industry in one way or another, whether it is doing in-person work or online work. I feel like there's just always money to be made in this industry. And I guess I always thought, like, when I first started, I always thought, oh, this is going to be like a short-term thing, you know, until I figure out what I want to do. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I think I will continue to do it as long as people are paying me money. I mean, I wouldn't be doing in-person work. I can't see myself doing that sort of work when I'm older. I just feel like I won't have the energy or patience to deal with men as I get older. I'm already struggling in my early 30s now that I'm 31. But yeah, I think online, definitely, I could see myself, or even just, you know, staying in some form of social media that is like helping people, or, you know, going into media and doing behind the scenes stuff. I don't know. Like I said, I don't plan literally even a year ahead, so who knows what I'm going to do in the years to come. I've always sort of just winged life. How do you cope with mental health within the industry? Absolutely love you. Oh, thank you. I do struggle a lot with mental health. I think probably at least half of the month I'm struggling with PMDD, or just feeling super down about myself or depressed. Like I just get waves of it, and like I know now to sort of embrace it, and just to think that it's not me, it's just a chemical imbalance in my brain or my hormones. Like I try to, because like I feel like I love my life. Like I'm so happy with how my life has turned out, but I definitely struggle mentally. So I try to, you know, just take the time to myself. If there's a day that I don't feel like doing anything, I won't do anything. Allowing myself to take days off, you know, even social media, just to take days off and just to be present at home. Yeah, that's really what helps me get out of it. In the coming years, are you wanting to step away from the industry and focus on influencing? I definitely don't make enough money now through influencing that I would stop work. Yeah, I would have to be making some decent money to stop it completely. Just because I want to try and set myself up for future. Like I just want to try and make as much money as I can before I guess I get too tired or my health goes or something happens to me. So just trying to set myself up now so that hopefully in the future I won't have to work as much. Hopefully. But yeah, it would be cool if I made money on influencing. It would be cool if TikTok made the creator fun. That would be amazing. What is the worst client you've ever had? I have had a few bad clients. I had one where I was first starting my in-person work, and I was seeing this guy for a while, and they were pretty easy dates. Like, he was just paying me to go watch him gamble, basically, and he was paying me big bucks to do that. And it was a sad state of affair, like going to watch him play gambling, and all he was doing was just losing money all the time. So it was really sad, just sitting and watching him like lose all his money. And then I'd probably been on like 3 dates with him, and he had always paid me. But this one time, I think he might have extended the booking, and he was like, "Oh, I'll pay you later." And anyway, he owed me $10,000. And this is just a lesson that I've learned, because I didn't see that money for a long time, and he was just the biggest like compulsive liar. Like, I've never seen someone lie so much in their life. He would send me statements that he had like sent the money, but he had like photoshopped the statement like to go into my account, and he was just going through leaps and bounds saying like, yeah, I'll pay you. Oh, it's just this little thing and this little thing. And nothing was adding up. I was like, mate, you're lying straight to my face. I know what you're doing. It was a big lesson learned, and now I have never, ever even messaged a guy too long without getting a deposit first. Like, you live, you learn. And yeah, that was one of the mistakes of my when I first started. Would you ever move to the States? Technically I could, because I am married to an American citizen. Bomb drop. The bomb has dropped. Yes, I am technically married to an American citizen. So technically I could get a green card and move to America. I'll have to do a story time on that. Oh my God. I think that's the first time I've ever said that on ever social media. So yeah, I'm married to an American citizen, so I could get a green card, but will I move to America? There is so much opportunity over there. I could make decent money moving to America. There's so much more opportunity to like work with incredible people with, massive followings, but I wouldn't move to America because I love America. I think it's a beautiful country, and there's so many beautiful sites and places to go visit. But I think just safety wise for my kids, I couldn't move there. Like, there's so many school shootings and lots of unfortunate things that happen. I mean, it happens everywhere. I'm not saying Australia is perfect, but I think it's definitely a safer option for me at the moment. So yeah, I wouldn't move to the States, but I love visiting. I love visiting you guys. I love going and collabing with people over there. How would you recommend girls getting into the work space as safely as possible? I would be very careful if you're thinking about getting into the sex work industry, because it is not a safe industry. But if someone is legitimately thinking of getting into the industry, obviously I want you to be safe. So please get like a mentor, a woman who has experienced it, a friend, like maybe try and find some friends in the industry to give you some advice before you actually start it. Make sure you're telling people that you're starting it. Don't start it in secret and start seeing clients without people knowing. Always make sure you have someone that knows where you are, and especially never going to, like, this is just my advice, please never go to their house, especially if you are new. I would recommend going to a hotel and meeting them at a hotel. There are cameras everywhere. You see receptionists, there's people that see you. You have eyes on you. So yes, bad stuff can still happen, obviously, but I feel like if someone's going to do something bad, a lot of the time it happens when you go to outcalls, which is like going to their house. And then as well, there's a lot of ways like online where, workers can look up people, make sure you get their ID, things like that. Really research on that to keep yourself safe, because there's a lot of fucked up people out there, and I feel like we are the first people that they would try and target. Not meant to be too personal, but do other parents at the kids' school ever recognize you? Yes they do, all the time. But that doesn't stop me. I always go to school pickup and school drop off, and if I don't, then their dad will pick them up and drop them off. But it's like everyone's been super nice to me. I'm sure there's a lot of people that bitch behind my back, because a lot of mums love to do that, as we know. But everyone's been super nice to me. Like, I have this one lady that always comes up and she's like, oh my gosh, I love your podcast and I love listening to you and what's coming next. And she's just super supportive. I have a lot of friends. Well, I don't have a lot. I have like a handful of mum friends at the school that are super positive, and we hang out, we go on play dates and things like that. So there's a lot of positivity. I've been very fortunate, but obviously, like, I do have a fear of getting recognized, I would say. I think it is a little bit stressful. Just thinking of people judging me is not easy, because obviously you read a lot of comments and things online and you just assume that people are thinking the worst about you. And I definitely struggle with that, especially, when I first started on TikTok and I was getting a lot of attention. I would struggle with being like, oh my gosh, what would people think? But yeah, I learned to get over that, There's always going to be people that judge you. And I feel like a lot of women judge other women because, we judge ourselves so much. Like, it's a really sad thing. Who do you dream to collab with? Like, OnlyFans collab? I would say Angela White would be a dream. Would be an absolute dream. I think I've worked with every guy that I've wanted to work with. Worked with Johnny Sins, he's a big time star in my industry, and a few other names like that. But yeah, Angela White would be, I would love to just to hang out with her. Like, she seems like such a beautiful person, such a good energy. So yeah, she would be at the top of my dream collab list. Does your baby daddy ever get jealous, or does he judge you at all? No, he definitely doesn't judge me at all. Not at all. He's the most supportive person in my life, literally. Like, he's so supportive. If I'm ever feeling upset or down or like need someone to talk to, I always talk to him. I just feel super comfortable around him. I feel like he would never judge me. No, we're not together. We're just really close friends. We're really close friends. And I feel like our relationship has especially grown over the last year. Like, because we got pregnant fairly early on. We were both really young and we had only been together for like a few months. So I think, that takes a toll on a relationship after a while. And for many years, we just grew so distant. We just, didn't like our space around each other. But we always said from the start that we would try and make it work. Like, not together, but just try and make the household work for the kids, as long as it's not super toxic. And we made it work. And now I feel like we're in such a good space. Like, yeah, occasionally we have our tiffs and, you know, like any person would when they're around each other all the time, but we have a really good connection and we're just such a sweet little family unit, and the kids and we all get along just so well. So, you know, happy days with him. I love him. He's honestly, I would say he's my best friend. I love him to bits. Love him to bits, but in a best friend way. I really want you guys to meet him. Most embarrassing moment while you're doing work. Like I fart all the time in front of clients accidentally. Obviously I don't do it on purpose, but like, you know, it slips out a lot of the time. You're around people, like, you know, a lot of the time, like it slips out, especially when you're, you know, got your legs wide open. It's gonna happen. So yeah, I would say that's probably my most embarrassing thing. I definitely I've learnt to wipe with wipes, like female hygiene wipes instead of toilet paper, because like I've had times where I just like have a little bit of toilet paper, you know, stuck in the crevices. So we learned from that, and now we use wipes. You kind of learn, you do the embarrassing things and you sort of learn over time. How have you coped with gaining a following? I feel like I'm pretty I don't know, I feel like not much has changed, really. Like it's nice, you know, going to the shops and like people coming up and saying hi and meeting you guys, and like that's just like, I love that so much. I can't imagine ever getting sick of that. But other than that, I wouldn't say like things have changed that much. You know, I just still, just post my day to day, and who knows what the future holds. I don't know, but I feel so normal. I'm so grateful. I wouldn't have it any other way. This is a random one. What do you wear when you're around your children? What does that even mean? This literally, if I'm not getting paid to go out on a date or to, you know, have sex with a man, I'm literally the most daggiest person ever. I will literally go to the shops like this. I'll go to the shops in my slippers, track pants, hoodie, hair up, never wear makeup unless like I have to, or like I'm going to something. Anyway, that is all for today. I just wanted to come on and answer some questions and give you a little life update. I hope you enjoyed. And until next time, I have someone really exciting coming on the podcast soon. So I am so excited for you guys for me to reveal it and for you guys to know who it is. So yeah, keep an eye out for that coming soon. All right. Bye guys.